First and foremost, we can help you from the technical side of things. We can help you modernize your application for Azure if you need to. We can help you with the innovation side of things, so introducing things like AI and IoT into your application. And on the right hand side, you've got a good diagram there as to all the different layers that we can help you with. So even if you're at the very early stages in terms of thinking of migrating your application to Azure, or releasing your application onto Azure, we can help with, business case building, resourcing, your objectives, helping you speak to different stakeholders within the organization. So whether it's getting finance on board, whether it's getting senior management on board, whether it's pulling all different stakeholders together, will help you with all the considerations around the data, the security side of things, applications, the infrastructure for those applications, and also how can we make it happen. So business case, adoption planning, roadmaps, all that great stuff we can help with. But as I said previously, we are one of 3 Azure specialists for ISVs in the UK. There's only 3 of us, and we are part of that ISV program. So anybody that speaks to Azure directly, or Microsoft directly around Azure and accelerating their relationship with Microsoft, they will be passed on to us. So we have been, again, audited by Microsoft and selected by Microsoft in terms of how we help ISVs transform the way that they work with Azure, but also obviously grow within Azure as well. And a little bit more information around that and how we can make things a reality for you from a go-to-market strategy and execution perspective. We offer joint marketing. So we will help you with your Azure Marketplace entry. We will help you with co-branded lead generation templates. We'll help you with website material for your own website, as well as a section within ours. And we can also help with launch PR material, so LinkedIn, blogs, industry news, that's the type of thing that we can help with. And again, the majority of ISVs that work with us will leverage our expert MSP status as the underlying credibility around their infrastructure. But then we can also help with sales enablement, so co-branded material, so brochures that we provide to the Microsoft sellers, sales support, so win wires, battle cards, and cheat sheets that we can again jointly create, that we can again provide to the Microsoft sellers as part of that offering. And also we can help with the other incentives. So as I said, you need to be at a level of Azure consumption or a level of partnership with Microsoft to really start using those or being eligible for those incentives and other funding. We're already there. So if you've got a customer that says, I want to deploy your application on our Azure environment, we need to do X, Y, Z to our Azure environment to enable that to happen. We can help with POC funding. We can help with actually deploying and helping you mold that infrastructure for your applications. That's all available to you. And the end value is that really we're looking to collaborate with you and together create that new capability awareness. So being able to create awareness that your application is accessible through Azure, engage new opportunities, upsell into your existing customer base, and then obviously access to those Microsoft resources. We've got a playbook essentially. So in a nutshell, our playbook covers 3 scenarios. So you essentially offering your application on Azure for a customer looking to move to Azure or already has an Azure environment, looking for you to move your operations to Azure yourself to offer a SaaS-based or fully SaaS-based platform. And then also any guidance around application modernization, so moving your application to a cloud native state. So again, that's leveraging things like AI, IoT, app service to be able to really streamline your application from a operational perspective. And we've got 3 elements to our playbook: discover and build, so getting you to Azure, building out the infrastructure frameworks for you and your customers within Azure, the launch and sell that I've just covered, and then the ongoing support and operation. From an infrastructure perspective or an Azure perspective, we can help by offering that service to your customers, but also offering it to yourselves so that you can concentrate on what you're good at, and that's managing your application. So those are things that we can obviously help with, and we have numerous ISVs that are obviously leveraging that at the moment. And this is just an example that you can give to customers when you're ready to, but B, gain traction with through Cloud Direct. So this is something that we promote to end customers, where we can essentially say, look, these here are all the different phases to your Azure migration. So assessing what you've currently got, creating that business case, creating that initial landing zone, so the initial Azure deployment and any proof of concept you need to do, and then the ongoing managed Azure. But what we've got down here is essentially how we then leverage Microsoft resources and work with Microsoft to bring them in on your project, but also benefit you. So we can get the cloud pilot assessment for free, for example. So we're able to basically give those assessment resources for free. You don't have to pay for them as part of that cloud migration assessment, saving you money, streamlining your processes or your project, and also getting Microsoft's expertise involved at very early stages. And then in terms of actually doing proof of concepts, we can get that funding for you. In terms of actually doing the work, we're part of the AMP program, so we can help you get funding and other resources in terms of training, in terms of fast track skills, so getting actual Microsoft Azure experts and solutions architects onto the project to again streamline your project. So these are the types of things we're able to do, but also as part of this webinar we can help you to get to this ideal state where you're saying to a customer, these are all the benefits we can bring to you, being closely working with Microsoft through Azure. And then just to sort of finally cap off, we're trusted by over 1,500 customers, but these are some of the examples of the ISV customers that we have. So financial services, we've got Novia, iPipeline. Actually, Novia were purchased by AI, so they were integrated together. PartnerE, Thought River. So Thought River is legal contractual application, which essentially uses AI. So it's imperative that they are in Azure to essentially any customer of theirs that has a huge amount of contracts that they need to audit, they can load them into the Thought River platform, and it uses AI to run through all of the clauses and all of the terms as part of that contract and highlight the ones that need additional investigation rather than someone manually investigating every line item. It's able to use artificial intelligence to say that one's fine, that passes, but these are the ones that you need to check. So again, massively streamlining any organization that processes numerous amounts of contracts. The care database are in the hospice sector. So again, this is about patient details and being able to leverage patient details in the best way possible. Pipelines and insurance. So these are all people that we've been able to help with their Azure journey, but again, incorporate IoT and AI into it and also gain leverage through Microsoft as well. So being able to sell those applications.